Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It's the 21st of January, and I'm looking at a game on the SNES today, and it's by Acclaim, and it's a sequel, and it's a bit of a good one, I've got to say. It's Mortal Kombat 2, and pretty damn impressive, actually, if I remember rightly. This is pretty much as close as the arcade you were ever going to get it on the home systems, although I think the Mega Drive did a fairly decent job, and the Amiga, I think, actually did a fairly decent job as well. So there you go. So we can have a look at the fighters here. We've got quite a lot of them. Liu Kang, Kung Lao, lots of others, and I'm going to go as Baraka today. Baraka Obama. So you can see there the fighting tree remains the same as the other game, and this is a great game. I love this one. Now, don't expect me to do any fatalities because I just simply cannot remember them. It's been way too long since I've actually played this game. But we'll have a look at the basics. Now, one major thing that the SNES has got that it didn't have in the original game is actually blood, and you don't need the cheat code to do it either. If I'm not sure if the SNES had a cheat code. Was it maybe the Mega Drive that had the cheat code for the blood? I don't know. But this stage you can see here is actually one of the stages that you can do a pit fatality, and I can't remember the combination to do it. So, oh well. But you'll get an idea and the gist of the game. But it's as damn near as the arcade as you're ever going to get it. Having played this on the SNES back in my youth, I love this game. It's great. I think the only problem is it's a bit sort of limited on the old one-player front, which is just as well, because there is a two-player beat-your-friend-up option, which is always fun. So there we are. But yeah, I really enjoyed this back in the day, and you know what? You know, it's just one of the better arcade conversions. Now, if you like the first one, you're going to be in combat heaven with this one. As you can see, you saw before, there's loads more characters to choose from this time round, with a few old favourites thrown in for good measure. All the old dudes now have new moves to show they have moved with the times. So Sub-Zero can now do like a floor freeze, which makes your opponent slither around on the ice, making for an excellent uppercut opportunity, which is always good fun. Liu Kang as well, for example, has a very cool move where he runs along your opponent's face while they're still standing up. So yes, much hilarity will ensue. You can see the backgrounds are a lot more detailed as well, which is always a nice thing to have. This is another one of those rooms that has a pit fatality, and again, I'm sorry folks, I'm not being able to show you it because I can't remember how to do it. I thought a simple uppercut would do, but it's not. I think they actually do have their own pit fatality combinations, so my apologies for that. So we're going up against, I think it's Kung Lao now, who does a really nice sort of slice you in half with his hat fatality. There's also babalities and friendships in this game as well, so if you don't fancy massacring your opponent, you can give them a friendship, or you can turn them into a baby for a rather hilarious babality. So there we are. But graphically, it's absolutely spot on. So if you've ever played the arcade, that's exactly what you're getting, which is always a nice thing. Now the sound and the music to me sounds a little muffled. I don't know if that's intentional, or whether it's just that there's quite a lot to pack onto a cartridge, and that's the sort of sound that they managed to produce. Now, I'm not going to split hairs over that because you can still hear it quite clearly. All the sound effects are there, a lot of the speech is there, including the toasty, which comes up every now and again. The controls are tight as well, with everything doing what you ask it to do when you ask it to do it, which is always really good. Obviously the age range with this game, it's a little bit more on the adult side, so yes, I think this one was a 15 if I remember rightly. But look at the background there. You got like the monk floating in the background. That's really quite a nice feature there. So nice scrolling of the clouds as well, so really nice. You can get in a selection of the fighters as well. You got Jax here, he's new to the second game, who later on has metal arms. We won't go into details on why he has metal arms, but he does. So there we are. Brilliant. So yeah, hopefully we'll see the forest level as well at some point, where the trees actually sort of grown and mown with the faces in the trees, which is really nice. Each combatant has 2 finishers now as well, which adds to the learning curve. You've got, like I said, you've got friendships, animalities, and babalities, which is always good. Forgot about animalities earlier, but yes, you can do animalities as well. It's like a fatality, but you turn into an animal, like Liu Kang can turn into a dragon, for example, and bite the opponent in half. Great. And there we are. Like I say, solid sound effects. I mean, Scorpion's spear just is so satisfying, just thuds into the opponent's chest, and with the classic "get over here" being imported in as well, which is always great. Now here you got Baraka, one of the new guys I'm playing now. He's got the blades in his hands, which is great stuff. Now he's quite a good starter character, and along with Liu Kang. So if you want a good starting character, if you've never played the Mortal Kombat franchise before, then these two are pretty solid to start your experience out with. So there we are. But this is an absolutely solid beat 'em up. There you go. There's the trees in the background. But this is absolutely solid. As much fun as the arcade. Like I said, like this and Street Fighter 2 on the SNES were absolutely fantastic. So if you're into your arcade beat 'em ups, then you probably want to pick up Mortal Kombat. And I say there is 2 players in this one, but it is against each other rather than sort of teaming up, which is a bit of a shame, but it's the only way you can legally beat the snot out of your friends. So there you go. Replay factor, I would say pretty much you're going to come back to this, because each character has their own ending as well. So to see all of those, you're probably going to want to come back a few times rather than do them all in one sitting, unless you are absolutely hardcore. So yeah, there we go. So an all-round good egg, this one. Animations are smooth as well, by the way. You can see that from the very, very little frame rate drop here, which is nice. And like I said, the blood is intact, so that is nice. But yeah, Baraka is one of my favourite characters in this, and he's not sure what it is with the walking with his arms up like that, but never mind. Just that big cheesy grin when he wins. It's just worth every second. But this is absolutely fantastic. You also have your mirror mode, which is coming up now. Now, the one thing I don't think they put in this game, and I'm going strictly by memory, but you don't have the sort of break the boards and break the ice sort of things that you had in Mortal Kombat 1, and not really missed, to be honest. So it's not really that much of a problem that they took them out. But you can see there is a plethora of moves for you to be getting on with. See, Baraka wins. I could have predicted that Baraka was going to win. Who'd have thought it? That Baraka versus Baraka, that Baraka was going to win. Who'd have known? But yes, if you're a combat fan, then you're going to want to get this game, or at least you're going to want to play it. Mortal Kombat 3, probably a highlight of the series as well. That's another one which I'll be looking at. Now, it's up to you guys what you'd like to see it on. When I do come around to doing it, would you like to see it on the SNES? Would you like to see it on the arcade? What would you like to see Mortal Kombat 3 on? PlayStation as well. We can probably squeeze out a PlayStation version if you prefer that. But let me know what you played Mortal Kombat 3 on and what you'd like me to review it on. Your comments are always welcome, and I always look forward to seeing my inbox saying that somebody's commented on a video and getting in there and responding. Now, there's a couple of you that I really enjoy. Your comments always make me laugh, brighten my day, so keep them coming. So there we are. So thank you very much for tuning into this video, of course, and hello new subscribers, hello to my current subscribers, you guys are awesome. So thanks very much for keeping the channel alive, and enjoying the content, folks. Thank you very much. Again, this is a pit fatality. Again, I just wish I could remember the code to do it. Well, not the code, but the sequence to do it. That chopping animation's ace, by the way. Really like that. The fact you can sort of draw them in, and sometimes the AI gets a bit stupid and it'll just wander into the blades, which is a bit silly, but there we are. Shang Tsung also has a majority of the characters that you can morph into during the fights as well, with very little loading time. In fact, no loading time. I think they restricted it to 4 or 5 characters, but can't remember. Maybe the SNES had all of them. I think it might be the Amiga actually that was restricted. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed Mortal Monday, and I will be back very soon with a brand new review. You stay retro, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now. Fatality.